In Python, we have two types of variables. One is local variable and the other is global variable. Local variables are those variables that we use in a specific portion. We cannot use those variables outside this specific portion of code. Whereas, global variables are those variables which we declare once at the start of the program and then we can utilize them in the whole program, in any line on any instruction. In this case, we have declared a variable var equals to 10. I printed it. I will print the value 10 on our screens. Now, to give the concept of local variables, I will add a function. Functions actually are modules of any programming language. We can write by breaking our program into small parts, modules. It is a strong functionality of any programming language. But here I am typing a function just to give you a concept of local and global variables. With the passage of time, we will study it more thoroughly in further classes. Here I will declare a variable with the same name. I assign a value to it, print var. In Python, to come out of its scope, to come out of this function again, I will its indentation level. Indentation level means that we will type all that we have to type in this function one step in. If I have to type something outside of this function, I will type it beside that function. It will be called or typed out side of that function. I have called this function. This is that function call that at what time I want to perform whatever task there is in that function. I want to execute it. After that again I have called another variable. If I run it, the output that it shows is 10 Imran Tahir 10. The first output that we have, this output, is of what we printed on this line. After that, the control of a program went to this line. Our interpreter understood here a function is being called. From this point, the control of my function will move to define check function. From this, our control will move to the first instruction in its body. In it, a variable has been declared, var, and in it the value Imran Tahir has been placed, and in the next line that variable is being printed. After printing it, when the control will come out of the loop, it will move to the next line. Here again, I am printing a value. In it, I have stored var. And 10, which is being printed in the last, is actually the print output of this command. Till here you will see that this variable, which was called global variable, this output and this output, both these outputs are global variables, while this output is a local variable which is printed just once in the function. Here, if I want to update the variable value, so I am declaring that global variable once again here in the function. Printed it, printed var in it. I will run it now. What output will it show me now? It has shown the output 10, 10, Imran Tahir, Imran Tahir. The first 10 that was printed was the output of this command. After this, our command went to the call of the function. At this call, our control went back to the definition of the function and then its body. In the body, we declared that variable with the global keyword and printed it. So now, var, which was a global variable, the value that was in it which stored globally was 10. So, it first printed this 10 and then after going into the function, placed that same 10 and printed it on the screen. Now, in the same function, we have updated this variable. Its value is now Imran Tahir. We can say that we have declared it. When it printed the new value of var, Imran Tahir. When after printing it, our control went out onto the next instruction. Now in this global variable, Imran Tahir was stored instead of 10. So it printed in the last line, the updated value. This was our concept of local variables and global variables.